how many different versions of myself am I like strongly connected to?
Well, there's many different versions. There's infinite different versions. Is there a reason you want to know this? Is there a reason this is
Um,
particularly important, or are you just enjoying the stimulation from the information?
Understanding that I have many different counterparts and different realities. I'm just wondering,
Just pay attention to the numbers. Pay attention to your clock.
hmm,
12. There will be 12 major species that you're always connected to. There will be 3 that are the most vital to you. Yes, that's the all-seeing eye. Yes, you're in the center, and there's 3 species, usually with 3 representatives that stand by your side, who guide you. You could call them alternate versions of you. Beyond that, there is a total of 6 beings that also guide. That represents the light and dark version of these 3. Yes.
hmm,
And then after this, you would have the idea of the 8 representing the guiding elements that influence the 6. So think of it like this. The 6 is yin and yang. The 8 is the overseers of yin and yang that make sure these powers remain intact. From here, you have the 8, and you then have 4 additional beings that insulate all of this, and this is where you get 12. So add all of that up, and you'll understand the general amount of beings you're connected with. So there's, one moment, we'll do this with you. 3 light beings of the upward triangle, 3 dark beings of the lower triangle, totaling 6. 2 extra creator beings that come in, totaling 8. And 4, you could say, beings that insulate all of this, totaling 12. So pay attention to that.
hmm.
Anything other than that will overwhelm your physical mind. Because the true answer is you have about 333 alternate versions of yourself assisting you. However, that's a little much for many of you to connect with at once. So we say start with what you know, 3. Then you'll build up to 6. Then from 6, you'll build up to 8, from 8 to 12.
So you're saying these are like non-physical, like spirit guides.
They might look that way to you. Remember, the imagination is how you translate communication between dimensions. So some of them may be non-physical spirit guides in your mind, but they may be actual physical people in alternate dimensions. The only way you'll know is if you make contact with them.
Hmm. Okay. I was also curious if I have any counterparts in your civilization.
Do you?
I assume I do.
Sure. We'll let you assume that. Play with it. Believe it. Believe it.
Okay.
Let these things be more than intellectual pursuits. Let these things be a part of your life, if you wish. You don't have to. But the reason we're saying they say is most of these questions with a little meditation you can answer.
Hmm.
Now, some of them, we know they're bigger. We're happy you have brought them to us. But we remind you, if you live in the head, the heart will remain ignorant to the extra-dimensional information that is attempting to reach you. So we share this with you because you're being asked to go to the next level in your journey.
Hmm.
You're being asked to do this because there is a certain dimension of stagnation that is building. Be cautious of this.
Okay.
Be cautious of this. Pay attention to where it feels like things are slowing down, getting stuck, getting outdated, getting old. Remember, if things in your life are feeling old, that means it's like your soul is getting old. So if you do not prefer that, revivify things, reimagine things, redesign things. We are encouraging not just you, but many beings on this path to go to that next level, whatever that is for you. Only you know what that is. But we are saying that here because most of the questions you have shared in terms of yourself, these are things that you already are getting the answer to. The next step is trusting in those answers, opening the doors and pulling more of that through. The more you believe in the story you're telling yourself, the more real it becomes. Remember, everything is a spell, and there is no objective reality. It has never existed, never will. There is no objective reality. Now, that does not mean there are not foundational things that cause the infinite subjective universe to thrive. There are things that cause it to thrive. However, those things will shift and will fluctuate in terms of their manifestation based upon the being experiencing that particular universal subjective dream.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. I thank you for reflecting that to me, that I don't need to ask all these questions because I can find the answers within. I think, that's exactly right. Yeah.
Yes, yes. These are already there. They are already there within you. We'll narrate what we're able to, but we remind you that our information stream is actually limited if you are holding yourself back. You understand? If you
Mhm.
hold yourself back because we reflect you, what will we reflect? A held back version. So we'll
Mm.
give you only partial truth if you hold yourself back, and that is our promise.
Mm.
If you want total truth, total clarity from us, you must present in that way. We are nothing more than a mirror. Does this make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
Mm.
We play both role, demon and angel, depending on whom we speak to.
Mm.
And we are happy to do that because both are the source. Both will
Mm.
grow. And we have learned a lot from the grays, including shapeshifting. So what do? We mirror back to you all of yourselves through our filter. And that allows for you to see where there is clarity and where there is stagnation and muck, so you can make the adjustments accordingly.